Bad director. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Gaming Gone Weird. This is episode number 49. Hopefully, everybody's doing good. My name is Nicktana, and I did not cut my grass today because we have been worried about the video game news, the weird video games, and everything that makes video games amazing. Hopefully, everybody's doing good. Do us a favor before you lock in. Tell someone you love them because you never know what somebody's going through. We have a great episode here for you guys today. We're going to be kicking off. We're gonna be kicking it off with
If the timing was too good.
with introducing my main guy over on the right side of your guys' screen. He's gonna be the referee for today's podcast. You guys call him not Ghost Stories. I call him my best friend. This is Peter. Peter, how you doing today, man?
I'm great. I'm honestly so great today. How are you?
I feel okay. Like, honestly, like today felt a little off. I'm not gonna lie. It's still hot. You know, we always talk about the weather. It's still getting hot out there. It's not slowing down, not a chance. I think I'm just ready for pizza, beer, wings, football.
Yes.
I think I'm just ready to wear hoodies all the time, nice pair of sweatpants, and that's the weather I'm ready for, man. But
dude, the fall,
I want you to
the fall
go ahead.
aesthetic, right?
Yeah.
The pumpkin flavors. It's cold. Football. You've got nothing to do. Everyone's like in holiday mode. Like, it's just the best time of year.
I feel like we've been doing the pod for a very long time, and that was one of the things that, like, the very little things that I could agree with you, man. I love fall smells. Like, it's that pine cone, the pumpkin, like those like apple cinnamon flavors that you just like breathe in. All right, a little bit of football on television. It's cold. You got your blanket, buffalo chicken dips in the crock pot. Oh, we get to watch the game, get to play a little bit of game. It's gonna be a great season, man. I'm excited, man. But Peter, you actually picked up a new game this week, and I want you to tell everybody about it real quick and what you've been playing, about how that experience has been, because it was kind of something we talked about last week, and got a lot of revolution around it. You feel?
That's right. I bought a new game this week. And
Shocker.
And I imagine that most of you heard of this already, as it's doing extremely well on the message boards. But I bought Baldur's Gate 3 this week. The reviews were too good. It was too good for me to ignore it. And I was like, also, I kind of want to do like a Let's Play series. I've never done one before. And I feel like with those, you kind of have to like start it when it comes out, or pretty close when it comes out. I was like, man, I need a game I can sink my teeth into. And I mean, cooldown was there. Character creation itself took almost an hour. The game, like, I don't know how long you spent on character creation. I spent a long time on
hour and a half.
Creation. Yeah,
hour and a half, 2 hours, bro. I'm like, I was like, I want to make a tiefling, but I was like, but do I want to make a tiefling? I'm like, do I want to make an elf? Do I want to? I'm like going back over everything. I'm like a barbarian. I'm like,
that's how it went.
A druid. I'm like just going through everything. I'm like looking up guides beforehand. Like that was the fun about it, is the character creation. It could take hours and hours. But I saw your video though, and then it was like you had to do the guardian afterwards, and you were
I was like, okay, I'm ready. Like 45 minutes deep. Let's hit next. And it was like, now you got to make another character. I'm like, why? What are we doing here?
That's the person you see in like your dreams and stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't even know it's for. I haven't even seen it yet. I just got through character creation and I got off the ship. Spoilers. I just got off the ship.
Whoa, messing with the mind flayers, I see.
Mind flayers, yeah. But the reviews are, they're not a lie. The game is really, really well made. I mean, I felt totally transformed into the worlds as soon as I dropped in. There's going to be, you can have like unlimited replays on this thing.
Yes.
And if we have time, we're going to get into it a little bit later, but
yes,
I don't want to go too deep into the topic, but picked it up and it's fantastic. It's right. I think it's one of a handful of games this year that said, hey, not all of it's crap. Like, not everything needs to have a battle pass. There's still people who are dedicated to this.
I definitely feel you, man. I just want to bring it up, man, because I'm excited that you bought the game, and we just had such a good time talking about it. And I think it's going to be a topic that I want to talk about for a very long time because, like I said, it's just it's big in gaming right now, and with it, rightfully so. We need to give games like this its flowers, no matter what anybody says. So. But yeah, man, hopefully everybody's doing great. I wanted to give a big shout out to everybody that's watching this live right now. If you guys want to catch a Gaming Gone Weird live, make sure you guys check it out at 8 p.m. Eastern every Wednesday, where me and Peter talk about everything weird gaming and news. And yeah, we just appreciate everybody here. And we're going to go ahead and get into the games that are coming out this week. So there's a few of them that are coming out as of right now. For Xbox Series S and the Xbox One, you guys get Age of Empires 4. Fort Solis is coming out for the PS5, PC. Immortals of Avian is coming out for the PS5, Xbox, and PC. Marvel Snap is finally coming to the PC. Smurfs Kart coming to the PS5, Xbox Series X and S. Wrestle Quest, a game that got a delay, I think it was 2 weeks ago. It's finally coming out. It came out yesterday for the PS5, Series X and S. Blasphemous 2, Unpacking, and a game that I am really looking forward to. A game by FromSoft that is coming out this Friday. Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. Have you touched a Dark Souls game ever, or a FromSoft game at all, Peter?
I don't think so, in terms of like, I'll just
Elden
say no.
Ring,
I'll just say
Bloodborne,
no.
Elden
Beyond
Ring,
beyond a
Bloodborne.
couple hours over the years, I'm gonna say no. What is that?
What?
Dude, I thought you were just drinking milk.
Getting into the first topic of the day, we're gonna. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like,
no, it's
right.
I'm really hot. So I guess we could like kind of throw this into like how I've been doing and like whatever. A goal for me that's not like video games or whatever. Drinking a gallon of water a day. So I took this iced tea gallon. It's Milos. I drank that. And I just filled it with water and I just put it in my
Imagine if
fridge.
it was iced tea. You're just drinking a gallon of tea, dude.
It'd be worse if it was just like a gallon of milk right here.
Just room temp.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Let me get this milk one time.
It looks bad on camera, but I mean, man, a dude can't hydrate nowadays. I'm a gamer, bro. I sweat on and off the sticks.
Are you wearing a long sleeve shirt right now in this economy?
Dude, I am cooking, but I had to show off my gear for the topic of the day, man. The topic of the day. And you guys know the Madden King, the Madden legend, the best Madden player to rule Ohio. Nobody can prove it otherwise. Is going to talk about a game that came out last Friday. And a game that I've been low-key just playing nonstop every day, grinding. We're going to be talking about Madden 24.
God, the cover's tough.
Before you guys click off, because you guys are like, great, here he comes to praise us about Madden and about all the things great about it, listen and hear me out, okay? Because if you guys are going to want to listen to anything Madden, I'm going to just flat out say it. Those guys over at IGN, those guys over on Game Informer, no shots at your guys' website, but you guys don't have people, reviewers, and game critics like me. Somebody who's been playing the game since Madden 03, where Marshall Faulk was on the cover for the PS1. I had it for the Game Boy Advance. I've had covers with Sean Alexander, Ray Lewis, Peyton Hillis. Who, you're saying? Exactly. Every Madden I picked up, me and my father, and we have been playing that game ever since. So if you're going to be listening to a review about Madden 24, it's best to hear it from your boy. This episode specifically is going to revolve around that, but it's also going to revolve around games that we love, that were football games that we don't see nowadays, but we grew up with and that we want to share with you guys our experiences with. So, but first, I want to get into Madden 24. Madden 24 came out this Friday, and it's a game that releases every year. Josh Allen is the cover athlete, and with this game in particular, they did a very good job improving a lot of things. I know a lot of people like to give Madden a pretty bad rep and a lot to say like, oh, it feels like the same game over and over again. For me, playing this game from playing it last year, the gameplay itself just feels so much better and so much smoother to the point to where like the game just feels super fun to play. I feel like the defenders act a little bit better. They act smarter. Players have real life movements, I feel like, and it just feels like an all around better game all around. With my experience with the game, I played a lot of Ultimate Team. If you guys don't know what Ultimate Team is, it's basically like it's a card game where you basically make a lineup of the cards that are in the game and make your lineup. So usually cards that are like, let's say Justin Jefferson, right? If he gets an 86 overall card one week, you could put it in the lineup. And then later down the year, he might have like a really good game, and they might release like a 90 overall version of that card, and you could put it in your lineup as well. So basically, you're banking on players kind of having good games so you could throw them into your lineup, and then you play other people with that. With also that, Madden 24 also did a lot of improvement to a game mode called Superstar Mode, which Superstar Mode is very fun to play. I've been playing that with my brother. Like, I'm talking like staying late up to like 4 o'clock in the morning. And Superstar Mode is basically like 3-on-3. You have a quarterback, 2 receivers, and you only get 4 downs to try and score. And it's first one at 21, and then the game is over. But it's a new game mode that like people they throw in. It's just super fun because like, let's say like Pieter wants to make a character based on himself. And it's like, okay, well, I want to make a character that's 6'7" because Pieter's 6'7". And then
It's true, I'm growing.
If you make your character super tall, he might be a lot slower. If you make your player super short, he might be a lot faster. So like you get to play around and like mess around with character customization in that way to kind of like get the player based on like how you feel should be best for the game. If you want someone really fast, you can have them fast, but a taller guy might jump the routes a little bit more because you're short. So you better get like super far behind them and stuff like that. Pieter, have you watched a little bit of Madden at all?
Always. Always when you're streaming it. I mean, it's just coming as a football fan, and they always release it right before football season. So kind of get caught up in the hype a little bit. But I mean, you're pretty much my plug for watching new Maddens get released. I mean, I've played Madden. I think Madden's one of those games that I think everyone's touched at least once, you know, kind of like what we said about Halo, you know, Call of Duty, everyone's touched it. I think everyone's pretty much touched Madden at some point for some period of time. It's the best product on the market, right? It doesn't really have competition. Are the rights exclusive with the NFL? EA and the NFL? Does that run out?
No, it does, but they just keep on signing it with EA because they don't know. Like you know, like they don't know they just want someone that's going to put out a game for them.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody.
Want it to go to somebody else, or would you like want more?
I don't
options?
like that. I don't like that it goes to only one person. I feel like it should be distributed because competition is better for anybody. We kind of talked about that in the last episode when it came to like the consoles. If there's only one console, then there's technically no competition. Like Madden itself should have competition. I'm not saying the game is perfect, but if Madden had a little bit of competition and they felt like they had to fix on some stuff because the other game did it better, then so be it. Like, I think that's a definite thing that should happen. Because if you have no competition, you don't really have an eager to really push something out. But with Madden 24 this year, if you guys don't remember earlier when we were talking about it before the game came out, this Madden was one in particular that the teams over at EA were saying like it's make or break for like the franchise in general, because if like people are getting very unhappy with the game in general, this feels like nothing improves. It feels like there's a roster update. So like based on like what you saw, do you think like off the top of your head, do you think they did a good job of like really kind of winning back over that fan base to where it's like they were kind of on the chopping block, but with this game, they're off the chopping block because they kind of improved on a lot of things? Because if you look at other Maddens, it's just there's a lot of glitches, and it just didn't feel like it played very well on next generation. So, what are your thoughts, man?
I'll say this: the feeds that I get sucked into because I'm liking all the football content too. So Madden content is always in there. I'm seeing a lot more positive But again, I don't know if it's because the game just came out and everyone's like super high on football because it's about to start, or if the game is actually different. But I'll say this, of the football content that I have seen, it's been almost exclusively positive. I have not seen much negative stuff. I don't know what the in-game stores look like. I don't know if like in-game purchases and people have just accepted that.
Do you want me to talk about it real quick?
Yeah.
So, Madden has always been really big, and they've been really honest about microtransactions. Okay. I don't think they're... How do I explain it, bro? They're in the game, and I do feel like Madden is a pay-to-win type game to an extent, because if I had an 89 overall player, it would probably... Like, if someone had an 89 overall... Okay, so let's... For an example, in my games... Richard Sherman's the best corner out right now in Madden Ultimate Team. So if someone had Richard Sherman and I had Calvin Ridley, which is a 79 overall, you could kind of see like how that card would dominate the 79 Calvin Ridley. No matter if I know what he's doing, I know how to beat it. A lot of times you're just going to have to deal with the fact that you need a better card, which kind of sucks for that. But they do have like ways that you could buy packs and stuff like that. And I feel like with EA, it really is a gamble, because nothing more of a gamble than like a loot box or a pack. Madden specifically has to tell you the odds of each pack, because I think that's a legal discrepancy if you don't tell someone the odds of what you get out of each pack. So you are well aware of what you're buying into with that. So if you buy like a bundle, they'll say you're guaranteed a 93 overall, or you're guaranteed like a certain amount of cards in that game. So when it comes to that, it can get a little bit pricey, but they also do make it very no money spent friendly, to the fact to where if you grind solo challenges, you grind solo battles, you're decent at the game enough with your team where you could beat other people that are maybe have a good team but aren't like really good or know what they're doing, you still have that and you could get coins off of that. I think I've only, like, very proudly could say I've only spent $15. So that's not terrible, but I mean, it helped me get other cards that I needed.
Yeah. After the sticker price.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if the microtransactions are expected and, you know, people are buying the game knowing full well that it's in there and there's no competition, like, then like, I think people accept it. Maybe they don't love it, but they accept it. So if they love it and don't accept it, then you have to make sure that the game, everything else is good for people to want to keep playing it. So like I said, the content that I've seen is pretty positive. You know, the bug videos that I see, every game has that. That doesn't really bother me, but from the stuff that I've seen, it seems to be at a much better, you know, trajectory than last year's.
Yes.
I saw a lot more negative stuff, but again, it just came out. People on a high because football's coming. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I'm not plugged into the community.
Right. I don't know. I'm super locked in at the moment. My dogs are too. You can tell. I've been super locked into the game though. Like, I think it's like around that Madden season when it does come out, I do just like constantly play it. Like, keep on constantly, because it's out, it's new, it's football season, and it always draws me in. And I think the game did a very good job this year of upgrading everything as a whole. I kind of want to get into what Vexus was asking here. He says, what if they did a cycle like Call of Duty, where EA gets it 1 year and then 2K gets it the next year? The only reason I'm saying I don't know if that would be the best idea, because they would have two different types of play styles, I would feel like, because I feel like every kind of company or every studio will make their version of the game different. So I feel like you have to, like, at that point, adjust your play style. It would be a what's that word? It's a skill gap, because you would have to learn how to play both games, because they're not going to play exactly the same.
But isn't that how COD works,
Kinda, but like, I feel like Call of Duty games are pretty much the same all around. Maybe with the fact of like different guns and different maps. Like, have you ever played picked up a Call of Duty game and not know what you're doing?
No.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a good point.
Like if you pick up Madden and it's like, oh well, I know cover 3 works really good in this game, but it might not work very good in 2K, and that's all you ran in the EA Madden. Could be a big skill gap. Saying midden is absolutely crazy, and we're not going to stand by that. But
that's so funny, dude.
But also kind of leading off into this too, man. I just want to say that yeah, all around I've been enjoying Madden, and I think it really doesn't get the love it deserves. But like, why do you think people hate sports games so much? Do you just feel like it's you have to like sports in order for you to play Madden? Like, or like what makes you think that's such a turnoff for people to play sports game? It's like it has an audience. It's a very small audience, but like, why does like the rest of the audience like not mess with it, in your opinion?
I kind of feel like sports games before EA got their their hooks into everything were a lot more popular. Like NBA Street Volume 2, incredible game. NFL Street, incredible game. I think like early iterations of like FIFA Street, or like early iterations of FIFA, or Pro is it Revolution Soccer or Evolution Soccer? I think it's Pro Evolution Soccer, PES.
I've never played a soccer game in my life. So
yeah,
I can't
it's
tell you.
I want to almost say it's like EA is the bad reputation. So when I'm going to be honest, when I see Madden, I just see like, this is going to be very expensive for me. Like I have to buy the game.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of, it's like EA is like, we do microtransactions. That's what we do. So I see that game and immediately I think I'm going to have to buy a bunch of packs to get cards to be even remotely competitive, or I'm going to have to play 1,000 hours over the next 2 years.
It's a grind. It's a grind. You definitely have to do both too, because they have battle passes that are free battle passes, but you get like the field battle pass, you get like the competitive battle pass, you get like the challenge battle pass. So they give you like free cards within the battle pass. As long as you grind it and play the game during your dailies, you'll get free cards from that, which is very rewarding and stuff like that. But I definitely get it. If you're smart with what you buy in your packs too, it won't be that draining as well. And you could just play franchise as well. Franchise is always free.
Yeah.
Which they did improve, because now, back in the day, you have to wait a season to relocate your team. Now you could just do it right away as soon as you load them into the season. They updated uniforms. They updated relocation places. The only thing I'm asking is, hey, Madden, come here. Hey, bro, can I just make a custom team? Bro, don't nobody want to be like the Columbus Aviators, bro. Don't nobody want to relocate for a third team in Ohio. I don't even know how Ohio got 2 teams. We don't need 3. All right, I want to make a team in Hawaii, and I want to be called the Honolulu Sharks. I've been wanting to be. All right, make me the GM. All right, I'm paying Jonathan Taylor. All right, we're trading for T. Higgins. All right, quarterback Trey Lance. Oh, I'm talking Super Bowls, bro. We pick up a veteran defense. Like, I think we bring in, like, someone like Pablo Sanchez to play middle linebacker. Oh, we'd go undefeated. Pablo Sanchez got to be at least, like, 25 by now. He's able to reach the league. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he's 38, but he's got some gas in the tank. He's got some gas in the tank. That's what they always say. He's got some juice in the legs.
Dude, Pablo Sanchez is the greatest football player of all history, bro. Like,
the greatest sports athlete.
That kid, like, and he slept 8 sports. Like, he was always the best on his team. Maybe he was always the best on his team. You know, he was the class clown. You know what I'm saying? He always ate his vegetables at lunch. Like, Pablo Sanchez is all around like a MVP on and off the field. And I would love to sign you to a contract, sir. I would love to bring you on the team.
With a nickname like Secret Weapon, I mean, he has all but one. You know, have you seen his backyard baseball stats? It's unbelievable.
No, pull him up real quick.
Unbelievable. He's got full batting, full running, full fielding, and near full pitching. He's missing one baseball. Yeah,
he's the GOAT.
And he's 4 foot, which is crazy. He's 4 foot flat.
We kind of want to lead off this and to kind of talk about other games, like football games that came out that, like, we just want to relive that memory and just kind of like open up a world of nostalgia for everybody that's watching, because you're gonna see these games and you're just gonna feel young again. You're just gonna feel like it's that breezy afternoon and fall, and you open up this game and you start playing it. Games like Blitz 99. You played with your little
Midway.
brother.
Do you remember Midway?
Midway?
Wow.
Nah, Midway. That game was sweet though, because I'm pretty sure you could just like kick people and body slam them no matter what.
Yeah, it was Mortal Kombat in football gear. It was sick.
Maybe
you could throw the
something
ball
a little
100
bit,
yards.
maybe something a little bit more violent if you like kicking and body slamming people. Blitz the League 2. Not meant for kids. If you're a kid, do not pick this game up, bro.
Is that
Is
the one where they zoom in and like do the X-rays of like bones?
Yeah,
being
dude. Like
broken?
you
Is
could
that-
break
yeah.
like your balls, like collarbones. Bro, they're injecting steroids into you. Like, dude, like this game was brutal. This game, yeah, is M for mature. That's why Midway.
And Lawrence Taylor on the front, so tough.
Oh, this game was nasty business. Or maybe you're just very old and you had that team where you just
Maybe you're just old.
maybe you're just old. You're a big Tecmo Bowl guy where you just took Bo Jackson down the field on every kick return and scored. Maybe
It's
you're
just
one
the
of those
Raiders
guys.
versus Broncos every game. Good you big teams.
Dude, it was like Bo Jackson. Look at how many yards that Bo Jackson has. 1,560.
That's one game. It's only the second quarter.
Bro, I don't know who
It's
owns
only the second
I don't know who owns the right to that picture, but he gave his son the biggest ass whooping in Tecmo Bowl history. 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns.
first half.
Oh my god. Oh my god. To that day, his son has been in his room grinding ever since. That is ridiculous. Oh my god. Oh, dude, that's gonna make me cry.
I didn't even
Oh
see this.
my god. I don't think I've ever had someone run for 1,500 yards on me. Bringing back another classic. The NFL Street 2 was a game I
So
put
good,
endless
man.
hours on.
So good.
Dude, the best soundtrack in for a football game. You had Exhibit on there. A lot of those songs to this day. You had a little bit of metal. You had a lot of rap. You had a lot of everything. Just not country, which I don't know.
I bet
man.
there's a Spotify playlist for NFL.
There
Street,
is.
too.
I follow it.
Okay, there- okay,
yeah,
yeah.
okay. Yeah,
All
I
right,
do.
nah, that's cool. That's cool.
And then like the whole concept of it was that you would go into these pickup games and then you would create. I think you had a team. You started with a team and they were like super bad, or like you only maybe had one person. I forgot what it was, but eventually you recruited other people that were in the pickup game with you. So you would like beat the other team or you would beat somebody, and then it was like, okay, you got to pick up a player now, and you're like, okay, well, who played good that game?
Yeah.
But like that was the fun of it, because you're like looking at everybody, you're like, okay, I really need a lineman. This lineman could be very good. And like they had different stadiums that represented like states or cities.
Always
or,
cities.
Oh yeah,
Always like
and
parks. Dude,
yeah,
you
and
play
like
in a
some of them were
cage.
like very
It's so sick.
industrial.
Yeah.
Some were actual football fields. Some was just like in the middle of nowhere. But like that game was so good. I think NFL Street 2 is my favorite one based on all of them, but I don't know.
Yeah, this one, Royal Park, it's on the roof of a skyscraper. That's sick.
Isn't that the actual like football field though?
No, this one's just on top of a stadium.
I'm pretty
Or
sure
on top
Exhibit
ahead.
was like the best player in the game. Like,
dude,
for
he
sure.
had such a crazy run of just being in video games.
Yeah, dude. I think Pimp My Ride even had a video game at one point. Look
yeah,
at the
yeah.
tank though. He's representing.
Dude, look at those
Falcons?
forearms.
That's who.
crazy.
Name the player. Name the player. 5, 4,
Where?
3, 2.
Exhibit, bottom right?
No, the Giants player. 5.
Is that Shockey?
4. Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we didn't forget about you guys that only play college football, because we know there's a lot of you. And trust me, when that time comes where NCAA gets like more visuals, we get some gameplay trailers, Gaming Gone Weird is going to be the first on it. So make sure you guys subscribe to Know Your News. Check out the podcast every
Please
Wednesday, 8 p.m. Yes, we're saying please, and we appreciate everybody in here watching it. So, dude, so that's been our main topic about Madden 24. We did a good job on that one. I'm gonna let Peter go ahead and kick off the next topic, and it's about our lovely longtime voice actor for the Mario series.
Yeah. So Charles Martinet, who's the original voice of Mario in the Nintendo games since the 90s, is finally leaving, retiring from the position. Obviously, Nintendo is planning on keeping him around. I think they use the word ambassador. So he's going to be traveling around the world doing that thing. I mean, that's basically his retirement plan, which is, I mean, a hell of a retirement plan. You just get to go be Mario for people in person, which is great. He's also voiced Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi in other video games. He did not do it in the most recent movie. Chris Pratt had some more star power than he did in that one. But I mean, heck of a run, man. I guess, like, how do you think they're going to replace the voice? Do they find a new actor, or do they have so many recordings of this guy's voice, they just let it rip?
Well, when do you really hear Mario say a lot of words, I guess? Does that make sense? Like, I feel like in a lot of his games, he doesn't really say a lot. Isn't it just more like sound effects, basically?
Yeah.
So maybe they just have a lot of recordings to the point to where, like, okay, maybe we don't need them. But also, I think I could do a very good job. Yahoo! Wow! No, okay, I don't know that though. Like,
what?
What? Yahoo!
But that's a big deal, man. That's like, yeah. Think about like
that one was bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Moving on. Think about how we like growing up. I mean, that's like, for us, that's a major character, kind of major voice actor, someone involved in the just the industry itself that we're seeing going away.
Yeah, we're
at least in my memory.
We're getting old, man. I think that's why I wanted to highlight it. Highlight, man. It's like, this game has been out before we were even born. Well, before I was born. And now we're getting to a point to where, like, we don't even got the voice actor anymore, bro. We're getting old. We're getting old, and it's going to show. Like, when does it come a time where we lose, like, the voice actor for Sonic? Or we lose the voice actor for
Master Chief.
Yeah, Master Chief. We're good on that. We ain't going to be playing the new game anytime soon.
The Halo multiplayer guy.
Yeah, we're not. I don't think anybody's sweating that one, bud. That game stinks. So, I know that's your boy and all, but I mean, like, he was the voice for Mario, Luigi, like he had it down. He had it down.
Yeah, it's strange. I wish I had done some more research on how he even got the gig in the first place. Like, how did they source him? How did he get discovered? It's gonna be weird, man. I think, I don't know.
And we didn't even bring up how he was Mario's dad in the new movie. That was the last thing he did.
How do you replace him though, or do you just say AI make as many variations of the sound?
I mean, they do it with Drake anytime. He said in quotes, "I want to voice Mario until I drop dead," in response to a fan's question. According to gaming blog, the game creator, but he added in quote, "If someday I think I am no longer capable of doing it, I will tell Nintendo to look into finding someone else." So maybe he just can't do the job, man, and that's kind of like a pride thing. He's just like, I can't do it no more. We need to find a good replacement to kind of keep this legacy going on.
So the picture that you showed, that was actually from 2017. So that's even, I mean, you can see kind of his age there, but add 6 more years to that. So maybe he's just aging out a little bit.
Yeah, that was.
I don't want to travel. I just want to hang out.
And that's gonna be really strange too, because we didn't really talk about it, but they're gonna be releasing a major Mario game when the Switch successor comes out. So does that mean we're getting a new Mario voice? Are we gonna get his voice? Like, that's opening up a lot of questions for that.
Right.
I'm kind of curious to see. Let us know what you guys think about that.
You know what's really cool about this? I mean, not cool, but just interesting. Like, this is global news. This isn't just gaming news. So there's like CBS News, the BBC, like all the major news outlets have written about him, which is crazy. What? What?
Nothing. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
It is crazy, man. I just think it's crazy how like so many major news outlets like it surpassed gaming news and became kind of a global thing.
Yeah. Well, let me know what you guys think about losing the voice actor for Mario.
He's still alive, but
why am I saying it like he's dead? Oh my god, I need to recuperate myself real quick. Okay, this is a good time. This is a good time to get into a more serious, all right? Serious. Right. Okay. I have a discussion piece for you guys that me and Peter wanted to talk about, because if you guys don't know, Gamescom actually had their show yesterday, and they announced a bunch of games, stuff like they showed a Starfield trailer, they showed Little Nightmares 3, which I am super excited for. They showed, I'm pretty sure, Wulong, a lot of titles. They even showed a new movie called Rebel Moon, a lot of stuff. But I kind of wanted to get into this because if you guys don't know, the show did get broken up for a second because people don't know how to read the room and just kind of go up on stage, and we kind of have a video of that showing right now.
It's true. In just over a week, fans will start to play Starfield in early access on Xbox and PC. Well, I've been lucky enough to start playing it. Don't be jealous. I'm not allowed to say anything about it. Yes, exactly. All right. Well, guys. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Really disappointed. They're disappointed. That's just so disappointing. This is such a special night for so many developers, and it's really disappointing to see someone act that way. But we're going to move right on with the show. We've got a lot of great games to show you.
And I kind of just wanted to add my little 2 cents into this because, what are we doing? Like, I don't understand. Like, first of all, I have many of questions here. Where's security? 1. 2.
Big question. Where's security?
All these games, bro. We got Starfield, Armored Core, Assassin's Creed. We're not playing. Liza P. When's the next GTA 6? Where's GTA 6? Like, bro, like, why are you going up on stage and why are you ruining this moment for developers that may be really big, developers that may be very small, that get invited to events like this and to show off everything in gaming and the work that they put in, countless hours of them sitting behind a computer screen, working on a game. It just drives me nuts, bro. Like, I saw this, and we had the same incident when it came to the Game Awards with the Bill Clinton kid coming up on stage, and after maybe one of the bigger awards, obviously the biggest award of the year, the Game of the Year award was announced. It's like everybody celebrate, like the champagne is in the fridge, and you got to come out and you got to be like something yada yada Bill Clinton, and it's like, bro, read the room. Like, why? Like, what do you think, man? Why? Like, what's up with dude, man? Are you this excited about GTA 6? You're popping up on stage?
No, man. It's like. It's for clicks. Like, he recorded it. He's probably on whatever his YouTube page is. Like, I'm sure it's not the first time he's done it.
Who let him
in? I mean, really, he should be banned from events, right? Theoretically, like, if you're rushing the stage during an event like this, shouldn't you be removed? Like, don't they do that to people who streak in football games?
Usually you get tackled by a security guard built like Ray Lewis, and you get
right.
arrested.
You get a fat fine probably, and then you're probably banned from the stadium. They should do the same thing with this.
This kind of leads into something too. Before I get into that, Tim Beattie also is coming in with the breaking news that Snoop Dogg is going to be taking over the voice of Mario. So. You just hear like little like in between like voice lines.
That's gonna be the smoothest Mario ever.
Mamma mia! It's Snoop D-O-G, Mamma mia!
Don't.
We're getting fired. Our jobs.
This is the crazy show.
Our job's up in the air after this. This is. You didn't even didn't tell any news at all. You said Snoop. You made Snoop Dogg references for 50 minutes. Who is your manager? Who is
the way you said "Mamma Mia"?
Snoop D-O-double-G, Mamma Mia, baby.
Anyway, man.
Anyway, to get back into what
it's the age of the internet. It's like stunts, you know. People are doing stunts for clicks, and it's like, I think for this is just something that this never bothered me at the Oscars or any kind of theater stuff. It just bothers me in something like this because it's for stuff I care about. So I don't know. Now that it's like leaking into the stuff I care about more, it's become annoying. It's annoying. I don't know.
It's a big deal, man. Like, read the room and like I just don't know how they got there, who let them on stage. Like, we really need to amplify security at this point.
It's selfish. Yeah.
It's very selfish. You're ruining it for a lot of people that are there for bigger reasons and different, like, people just really want their 5 seconds of fame all the time. And I think I'm getting tired to the point to where it's like, it's time to speak out on stuff like this. To kind of bring it into the content creation world, which we sometimes bring up on this show, you have famous people like Aiden Ross. Am I the big Aiden Ross fan? I'm not going to say, but I will also say that it's not fair to him. Every time he goes out in public, he gets swatted. Every time he does a stream, he gets swatted. You think of like streamers like Jinxie or anybody else, you get swatted. That's such a dangerous activity. And it's like, people do this to people that are just trying to go on with their days and or that are really trying to make content or that are there for a show that they get invited to show off new gameplay, new titles, new experiences with games. And it's like, bro, you're ruining it for everybody else.
Yeah, it's selfish.
It's
a selfish move.
Selfish and very, very weird. If I'm up at Gamescom, I'm asking about Madden 25. That's all.
You're running up on there. You're like, Madden 25, Madden, right? No, but it's
Madden.
Yeah, it's a selfish move. It wasn't funny. Like, it wasn't. It was just kind of. It kind of felt more awkward. Like, it felt like not a successful stunt. Almost.
Bonus points for answering the second question of the day. What game are you saying on stage when you rush it? What's the one game you're asking about? Jerry's just like, yo, what's up with Starfield Valley 2?
Yeah.
Stardew Valley 2.
Man, right now, probably Fable.
Yo, what's up with Fable?
Yo, it's still coming out. Still coming out, right?
No more cinematic trailers. The security.
The last two weren't that bad. Just saying. Yeah.
Chicken Chaser. Where's it's like, where's security? That's a good one. Banjo-Kazooie remastered. That's a very good answer.
Chicken Chaser's crazy.
Let us know what you guys think about Homeboy rushing the stage at Gamescom. Talk about GTA.
Chicken Chaser's so crazy.
Next topic that we are going to highlight is a game that Pieter holds very dear to his heart because he is a very strategic team shooter and he loves games like Paladins and Overwatch. And he was very angry when he picked up this article because y'all know, man, Overwatch 2 is getting pretty pooped on with a lot of these review bombs that are coming, man. A lot of bad things are coming out about Overwatch 2, and because it did get released on Steam, and people are just saying that the game is bad, dissatisfaction, a lot of this stuff, man. And honestly, the director's talking about it, but I think the reviewers are spitting. This game has been nothing but a terrible experience for everybody since they released Overwatch 2 because the expectations were there. You're like, it's a new game. Everything's going to feel new. They're going to fix everything that was wrong with Overwatch 1. But basically, besides the fact of them finally releasing new characters more frequently in Overwatch 2, it's the same game. It's just I feel like, is it even on a different engine? Can anybody even answer that for me? I don't think it is. But it's being so bad that it was made the worst reviewed game on Steam. So it has 135,000 negative reviews. Pieter, How do you feel about this
That's-
review bombing for Overwatch 2?
It's okay. So, I mean, we've touched on Blizzard before and how they are just like continually putting themselves in these holes and acting like they're not. And it just goes to, it's just like they are masters at deceiving their audience. Like everyone is just like, oh, Overwatch 2, like it's gonna be different. We have all this new PvE content coming out. It's gonna be great. We're gonna do all this, and then they just pull the rug out. Like we've talked about this on previous episodes. You remember, like we saw the announcement of the PvE content, and then a few episodes later we had to talk about them repealing that, and then we talked about that, and now it's just continuing. And it's been months.
Blizzard likes to make their way into the conversation of this podcast like every other week because something's
And
going
it's
on.
not good. It's like this is one of my most beloved, like the characters that they have made in StarCraft and Warcraft and like the first 4 expansions of World of Warcraft. Like all those characters, like their character building is amazing. Their story is amazing. And they just, I mean, people get sucked in and then they just continually dupe everyone. And by that time, you've already paid all the money for it. And it's like, how many diehard Blizzard fans are there now? Like defenders of the company and what they've been doing as far as the games go. Like, who have you talked to recently who's been like, look, I know it's getting review bombed, but like everything they're doing is great. Like who's really in their corner that's like a consumer. I'm not seeing it.
It's tough to say because I feel like people do like to play the game competitively. If you just like to play Overwatch just because the gameplay, then by all means, like keep playing it. Like that shouldn't defeat the purpose of you playing it. But I think as a company and for like the all around of Overwatch, I think they're doing a terrible job. It's been quoted here that many of the reviews on Steam mention the cancellation of the much larger component of PvE that was announced in 2019 as one of their primary reasons for dissatisfaction with the game. I get that announcement was about an ambitious project that we ultimately couldn't deliver. I would be upset too if you promised something and you guys were like, this is why Overwatch 2 is coming out. This is the main feature. They were talking about this for years and years to come, and it just never came. Never happened at all.
And he's also quoted in here saying, we've heard from many of our core players that the game is in the best state it's ever been. What core players? Pro players?
Yeah,
did you do a survey?
See, like that's
what are you talking about?
I hate where do you group those people together? How do you designate or you solidify the core gamers? Where do you is the core gamer the dad that works the 9 to 5, eats dinner with his family and then hops on the game before he goes to bed? Or is the core players the people for the competitive scene? Are the core players the diamond rank players, the grandmaster players?
No, pros are not core at all. And we looked at that.
We talked about that before.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. It is less than 1% of the population. I don't know how big Overwatch is overseas, so there might be big time. There's a big fly in here. Big time, feedback and purchasing from like Korea or China or over. I'm just saying overseas, but like those countries always have like major pro scenes. So I don't know what they're talking about when they say this. Like they're saying, like he also said that it's been exciting to see a lot of new players join. What does that mean? Like, do you have a bunch of new accounts? Because if you have 135,000 and counting negative reviews on Steam,
it's hard to say new accounts too, because at the same time, like people make new accounts all the time. They it's a free game.
That's not a new player. That's just a new account.
New account.
That's a really
people
good point.
Have different accounts all the time.
Dozens, yeah. To smurf and do all that stuff.
This is my tank account. This is my support account.
Yeah.
This is my.
So a new account, they can count that as a new player. Technically, it's a new account, but it may not be a new person. So
let's also look at the lead up to this, right? They have a battle pass now, don't they? They have a cosmetic store now. They have They have no PvE.
Yeah,
they have.
They're doing like events, like PvE events, like kind of like a Halloween event.
Does that justify you to being like, this is okay to have, instead of them just scrapping the story? Because, dude, I'm gonna show no mercy. You scrapped the story. That was the whole buying point. That was the whole point into leading into.
That's
Overwatch
why I
2.
bought a new game.
You took so many good characters. You could make. Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. You could make an actual TV show, a book, with just the characters alone, bro. You have so many good characters and so many possibilities with these characters to just do. League of Legends, they turned that game into a TV show. A game, like an award-winning TV show.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, because of their characters and their personalities alone, you have that. And people would have loved to experience like Lucio's story mode. Play a few stages. They don't got to be anything hard. They don't got to be anything crazy. Maybe a little background story, a little backstory of him and where he came from, and maybe like
a lot of cool cutscenes.
Yeah, little cutscenes, little like music playing in the background, a boss fight.
Learning your abilities one by one, like how you acquired your stuff.
At that point, they're just saying like, screw the personalities. We just want you guys to play the game for just the game.
Money. Yeah.
Yeah. And it just sucks, man. It sucks.
Greed will show you pretty quick like what the company overall cares about. Like it makes you complacent when you're successful like that. It makes you lazy. Like why are we even spending time and effort? Let's just like make the multiplayer experience perfect, and we'll just keep releasing battle passes because that's what's generating dollars. And there's a core audience, but they just like, why? Like, I don't know. It just bums me out, man. It's like, and we've talked about it. And if we have time, we'll talk about another game where it's like clear the studios.
Bring it up right now. Bring it up right now.
I was gonna say in on the opposite end, Baldur's Gate 3 has become the highest rated PC game of all time, and it came out it's a week old, and it's past games like Half-Life 2, Grand Theft Auto 5, BioShock, Portal 2,
games that have been out for crazy periods of time.
Long time. Like, how long has Half-Life 2 been at the top? Long time.
Yes.
This game came out a week ago, and there's no battle pass, and there's no in-game store, and the game was, I'll say a game's never fully complete, at least these days, because everything could be added on. You're not selling the physical copy, but they released it as a completed game, and I imagine that you can, if you want to play all the combinations of all the characters, I mean, there's basically no end with a game like this. And then, for people to complain and say, you see these people on Twitter complaining about, like, don't let this be the standard. Like, this is not, they have these giant teams and all this funding and all this money. And you go, well, Blizzard has a blank check. Blizzard has an unlimited amount of income. So one team cares.
Not that big.
One team cares and has effort, and the other team doesn't, clearly. So, like, I don't know, man. The game's been out for a week, and it's now number one all time. Blizzard has been around for decades, and they just keep shooting themselves in the foot. And it's like, you guys have unlimited money. You could do such cool things, and it's like the minimum effort is what it feels like. Right. And it's clear. I don't know, man.
Let me know what you guys think about Baldur's Gate 3 and Overwatch, man. We're getting into the nitty gritty, the last little bit of the podcast. If we could ask a big favor before we get into the favorite topic, Pieter Reacts, where he reacts. We haven't done a Pieter Reacts in a very long time, so we're going to do it today. First off, I want to say thank you guys all for being here. Second off, if you guys want to catch Gaming Gone Weird and everything Know Your News, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Gaming Gone Weird goes live at 8 p.m. Eastern every Wednesday, so you guys definitely want to check that out to see me and Pieter talk about everything weird and game news. So, getting into the Pieter Reacts, He's going to react to the greatest news. It's not going to be a snooze. He reacts. All right, Peter, you ready for Pieter Reacts?
Yeah, let's do it.
I have a YouTube short here, and have you ever played video games when you were a kid? Obvious answer, right?
Yep.
Have you ever gotten a console for Christmas, birthday, anything
Yes.
like that? So usually a Christmas present, like a console, would be wrapped up in some sort of wrapping paper. Your parents would give it to you. You'd set it up, everything else. Well, this parent had other ideas, and I'm going to show you guys a clip right now.
This is proof that my kids don't watch my TikTok channel. They always, okay, first off, don't mind the mess, but they always play their PS4 right here on this couch. They sit there, they play here, they look at this. What they don't know is that for about the past month, their Christmas present has been hidden right here. That's a Sony PS5 disc edition. So if the kids ever decide to watch my stupid videos, they'll realize that that's where it is. Merry Christmas, you ungrateful bastards.
What do you...
Wait, so that's been sitting there since like the previous?
How crazy.
That's so crazy.
In the corner, stacked on top of a bunch of stuff. How would you feel as a kid? You've been playing your PS4 every single day. Your parent, like,
Jealous. Dude, jealous.
dude.
Of your friends who have it.
Go ahead. No, react to the whole thing. How do you? What is Pieter reacted to? How's he feeling?
I think that's a dad win. I think that's hilarious. I think all good things. All good things. I'm in his corner. Absolutely. I think that's really funny. Actually, I think that's really good.
I think that's just tough to see because you're playing the downgraded system when you have it's literally next to you in plain sight. I think as a kid, that should be inspiration to maybe start cleaning up your room a little bit, picking up your area.
Support your parents.
Dude, there's no way that you don't just like go to that little bit of the room and you just don't see that PS5 box.
How do you have you not let it like a cookie roll, you know, and you bend down to get it, and you see it, or like drop
like
something?
how do you not just prop something up against it, or
Right.
you're like your dog walks over by it, you pick up your dog? Like I just don't know. How often, like, you have to literally just go walk downstairs like an NPC, go sit on the same spot on the couch and just like be that locked onto the TV. That's nuts.
What's your reaction? What do you think about that?
Dude, I would be so salty if that was me as a kid. And like I just watched the video and I was like, oh, it was right there in front of me. I think I want to do that though. I think I want to get my son like a Switch game, but instead of wrapping it up, we'll like put it on a bookshelf, or we'll put it like where his toys are. And it's like, if you put your toys away, you'll see it. And then it's like, but if you don't, you ain't never gonna know it's there.
You can do this experiment. You have a young man in the house.
I can do this with Will, and I think this would be a super funny.
I think you need to record this because I think this would be great content as well. I think you need to really. I think you need
My
to do
son
this.
wants the new Minecraft game, or he wants the new
The pizza controller.
right. The
You can put
pizza.
that somewhere. Yeah.
Tim said dad of the day. I like that.
You can do this.
I think it's time. I
think
it's
you
time
should.
to log in.
This would be great.
Dude, that was just such a good video. I loved
really
every
funny.
I loved every second of that video. I wanted to show it off to you guys, get a good laugh in. Yeah, man. Hey, to you guys. 1, watch your dad's TikToks. 2, make sure you clean your room. Morals of the day. Yeah. And that has been it for another Gaming Gone Weird. We're wrapping up episode number 49. Thank you guys for everything. Salute to you guys for watching. Peter, I'm
Big
gonna kick it
episode
off
next
to
week.
you. I always point the wrong way. I'm gonna kick it off to you. Tell the people what you're working on and the plans for the future. Go.
You can find me at Not Ghost Stories and Ghost Stories Gaming on all things socials. We just started a Let's Play adventure for Baldur's Gate 3. We are 1 episode in because it took like 4 or 5 hours just to make 2 characters, which is going to tell you this is going to be a long series. So we'll be doing that. Still making TikToks, doing fantasy content on fantasy or Ghost Fantasy Football, doing a couple podcasts, also one with Tom doing the Ball Bag podcast about all things football. And we're on all socials, TikToks as much as I can, YouTube as much as I can. Yeah, I'm coming for your sub count, man. That's where I'm at.
See, little thing for people that are watching this. Me and Peter, we both do the content creation offside of Gaming Gone Weird, and we're like around the same subs. I got 470, he got 420. Big congrats on the big 420. So we're like right there on the sub count. So if you guys want to give me a big boost to help surpass Peter
or
even
unfollow,
more,
whatever.
Oh yeah, either or. Make sure you guys check out both of our YouTubes. Both of them are the same as our ats. So make sure you guys check that out. But yeah, guys, this has been another episode of Gaming Gone Weird. My name is Nicktana. I'm a game critic, game journalist, you would say. I just love talking about video games, either if it's Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, news, reviews, stuff like that. Right now, we are still working on the Bayonetta review series, but we have been playing Madden nonstop. It's kind of been taking over my life. So a lot of Madden stuff, probably some Madden stuff in the future. But I'm just ready to get back into talking about more games, especially about Gamescom stuff. And I definitely want to start talking about reasons why I hate Xbox, but that is for another day. Thank you guys for everything. Big salute. Thanks for being weird with us. Tell someone you love them. We'll catch you guys for episode Big 50. Cue the air horn effect. The production team's off. Thank you guys for everything. We're out of here. Peace.